matchup they like, and they're going to exploit it, continuing to feature this wide receiver who's just chewing up yards.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. It's pretty clear he didn't care about the double coverage. He thought his guy was better than their two guys.
Well, and there's reason to think that. That dude's a stud, and I understand it. I want to find ways to get him the football, but when it's 2-on-1, I might think about looking somewhere else.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Back to throw, it's Ewers. It's complete, and he will score! Touchdown, Longhorns! Now that's the way to bail out the rest of the team. Start with bad field position, put together a drive anyway.
And very confident. You can see the quarterback just had a bit of a swagger race. He was like, look, all right, we're starting deep in our own end. Special teams didn't help us out, but we can fix that right now, fellas. And they went out and looked so good on that last drive.
And the extra point is good. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you can tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I've got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense won this battle, but that guy is so hard to correct.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Quick shovel pass. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him over.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score tied at 14.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Yeah, great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the run.
Alabama trying to cash in on this red zone trip. Trying to get the corner. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get in the red because what do on defense? We bring in all the big bodies, so there's not a lot of space in there to run. I like getting the ball in the perimeter. You toss it out there, you run it back. He gets out there faster. Got a positive game. Still a couple plays here left, too.
Yeah, nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I love DBs that want to tackle, and they get an opportunity to look like heroes on these outside toss plays. Physical play by the corner there, getting the ball carried down behind the line of scrimmage.
Lost yardage leaves them looking at 2nd and 14. Floating away. That's reeled in. It's Miller. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They'll run it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Alabama!
That was a great example of a running back toting the rock with conviction. There's not a lot of time to hesitate. If you see a split second, you see a hold, you've got to hit it right now. Nice job by the RB there.
On to attempt the try. The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Offense getting set for 1st down. To the air, it's Ewers. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
Well, you wonder if the defense has started to figure it out finally here. In the first half, this guy has been absolutely lighting you up, and finally they get some bodies back there anticipating the QB to look his way to force an incompletion.
Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
The Longhorns line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So on this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football, because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Dropping back, it's Milroe. It's complete to the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the 1st.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Toss sweep. Try to get it outside to the right. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Alabama trying to convert this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
They'll put the tight end in motion. Throws to the tight end. And the pass is intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, I love the job by the coaching staff there defensively, matching the personnel of the offense, putting their dime package out on the field. So you bring out the extra defensive back, you're anticipating a pass, perfect timing to run that personnel, and you get the pick.
Here comes that Alabama offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. He's looking to throw it. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Well, they didn't exactly milk the clock on that drive, did they? 2 plays and into the end zone for the touchdown. Just about set to kick it away. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I know the passing game sells, and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Looking downfield, it's Ewers. Makes the grab. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And they already in the 2nd quarter, they've got to...
Throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his 2nd interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
He'll just keep slinging it. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there at that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass. And they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. Guys, a missed field goal and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
They're trying to get to it. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's moving out of the pocket. He'll let one go down the right side. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Might be looking to run. He'll pull it down. At the 35, he's got room. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. He's going to run it.
I love it. I love 1st down. Let's be aggressive. Let's throw the football. But how about the quarterback? He does a great job in the pocket, buying time. Up, nobody open, scrambles around, and more importantly, ends the run, gets the 1st down, and doesn't get whacked. Beautiful.
He'll take a shot. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, the game plan's been pretty simple offensively, right? They are taking shots and they're being aggressive throwing it down the field. This guy's already got 2 touchdown passes. We're still in the 1st half. And on that last one, he was looking for number 3.
Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd.
This defense needed something to go right. Man, they're down big already in the 1st half. Get to the quarterback, get him on the ground. This could start some momentum going back the other direction.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. The defense just lost track of him. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Wide open downfield. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the 1st down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. 1st down from the 45. He wants to throw. He wants to take the top off. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Back to throw, it's Ewers. He'll take another shot here. He can haul it in, incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. That's going to wrap it up here in the 1st half. Stay tuned. 2nd half, not too far away. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bolden. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't.
He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
A first down for the offense. He's going to pass. Grabbed behind the line, it's Miller. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Going to try to get it himself. Hit the afterburners, kid. And he has vexed this defense with scramble after scramble, has another first down.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
White 94, slider choice. White, here we go. Set.
Back to pass, it's Milroe. Pulls his way forward. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
You know, for a pass rush, it's all about constricting the quarterback and just pushing these offensive linemen, moving them backward, and building that fence around the QB so there's nowhere for him to go. QB was able to make a few guys miss, but he inevitably went down.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Buying some time. Got enough space.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
Third and goal is where offensive coordinators earn their keep.
White 29.
Barrels ahead. Touchdown tie! And the punishment has been extended.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bolden. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Texas offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. The play action fake. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because...
And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
punt was a bit rushed, and it showed with a short kick. And the returner will be dragged down. Here comes that Alabama offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
All right,
They're down to the 20, 1st and 10.
Black 90-degree whip. Let's go. Set.
Looking downfield, it's Milroe. Got his man on the right. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the 1st down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Alabama! And the pummeling has started. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the 2nd half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Bolden. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. You got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
They'll run play action. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. The Longhorns are in the hurry-up. Movement here from the tight end. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
This has been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Trying to find his man on 1st down. He'll let it go down the right side. And he's got it inside the 20. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal.
And man, it has got to be so rewarding as an offensive coordinator when your play call perfectly counters the defense's call, and that's exactly what we saw there. That play targeted the coverage's biggest weak spot, and it led to a wide-open receiver.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Looking for the score. Touchdown, Bama! And the beatdown has ensued.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Looking for a productive play on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Looking to pass, it's Ewers. Has to let this one go off his back foot. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Have a day, young fella. 2 interceptions already? That's 3, 4, 5, 6 games for some people. A hot start, catching the football. He's acting like he's playing wide receiver out there. I might think about trying a different DB.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Now rolling to the left. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And the stomping has commenced. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Bolden. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15.
1st and 10.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
I love when people start to understand what we're doing defensively. If they're going to pass the football and that's where they're going to live, well, I'm going to live and dime. I'm going to bring more defensive backs on the field so I can cover more of these speed guys that they have out there. Great job by the defensive back, breaking on the football, making the INT, making the DC look very smart.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he's running in the open. And the strategy of just letting the quarterback run until he gets tired is not a winning one. Another explosive play and another 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Milroe. Using his feet to buy time. Deep shot for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Yeah, and just got enough of the football there by the defender, breaking on the football, getting his hand on it. He couldn't bat it down, but he got a fingertip on it, tipped that thing away from the receiver, made the big play, saving the touchdown.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Well, this is huge for this defense because they're playing against a Heisman caliber quarterback, a guy that can hurt them in a variety of ways. pressure on him throughout the course of this game. They did right there.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. The throw. Got him downfield. Touchdown tie. And the route is on. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Bolden. No idea what he could have been thinking to try to return that one, and they stop him at the 7. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get landed on.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Scanning the field, it's Ewers. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
A fair catch is called for. It'll give him great field position. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Wants to throw on first down. He'll pull it down and run. And he has vexed his defense with the scrambles. Another first down and yet another big gain.
Let's go. Break. Double, double.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Alabama 70, Texas 14.
They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line.
Brings up second and goal.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Got it behind the line. It's Miller. Touchdown, Alabama! And the punishment has been extended.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently, their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Two-point conversion attempt is on the way.
Check. Black 29. Set.
Back to pass, it's Milroe. Quickly complete. He's got a nose for that goal line. First he scored the touchdown. Now he makes his way in for the two-point conversion. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Bolden. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, Davey. They'd like to be more productive this time. He's taking the shot. Reels it in down the left side. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. And that one is why offenses are hungry for big, big plays. They've got it 1st and 10, threatening inside the 30. Use the play fake, now to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. After the misfire now on 2nd down. They move the tight end all over. Off play action. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Makes the grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
Number 85 with the grab and the score.
Getting set for the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
Bangs it through for an extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown.
21.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. To the air on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Complete downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the 4th quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
The incompletion brings up a 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Milroe. He'll try to do it himself. On the move at the 30. And this is why a mobile quarterback is a defensive coordinator's worst nightmare. He has just been running wild all day. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Heading to the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! And the pummeling has started.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
My philosophy on going for 2 is only when you have to. Looking to throw. He makes the grab in the end zone for the 2-point conversion. I don't think it would have killed them to kick it there. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he capped it off with a 27-yard touchdown run. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bolden. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback.
Offense will take over. 1st and 10.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Brings it down on the right side. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
Looking to throw, it's Ewers. A shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
A strike downfield. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And that's a really nice job executing by this offense. Third down, defense expecting pass. They had a plan. Quarterback drops back, gets rid of the football. Nice job after the catch, and a great job setting up a first and goal for this offense.
Looking to throw. Fires to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Tide offense rolls onto the field. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. That's caught. It's Miller. At the 35, he's loose. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football.
The expressway is wide open. Quarterback gets past the marker. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. After ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, now they've got it first and 10 from the 13. Steps away to find some room. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And the beatdown has ensued.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his fourth trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Offense set on first down. To the air. It's Ewers. He's going up top. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. Taking it the other way. Touchdown Tide. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And he added the extra point. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. Fielded in the end zone. It's Golden. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. against the Texas offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David. Looking for a deep man. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is...
Time to take a shot. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So they'll decline the penalty. Pleased with the results of that last play. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. They'll start this drive with a pass. Trying to escape and get it himself. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
Man, you cannot coach this to quarterbacks. Hard focus downfield, soft focus around you. As soon as he felt the lane, he was gone. No second guessing at all. That was picture perfect, and he uses his speed to just gash the defense.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Dropping back, it's Milroe. Throw to the end zone, it's picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially in these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. 2nd down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Fires into traffic, it's picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to, because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Alabama! And the stomping has commenced. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the credit of them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
And he tacks on the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Bolden. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David. No question about that. But they can find... Fires the pass. Intercepted. Got room on the return. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over. And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Oh, man, almost picked off in the end zone. What a red zone stop that would have been. It's 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Miller. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. And thank goodness for those new age throwing techniques. It takes wear and tear off your arm because it ought to be tired by now over 450.
This guy can throw from all the different arm slots and arm angles he wants, Reese, but the end result is always the same.
Touchdown, Bama! And the route is on. A quick strike, just as we expected.
And quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Lining up for the PAT. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Bolden. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Texas. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, 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 take a knee, no, yes, 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 yes. Over 100 yards for the kickoff return. Nice job taking it at the end zone, making a huge play.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes that Alabama offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them.
And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. That big play has them in business. First and 10 inside the 20. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he's finally forced out of bounds. Another first down, and he has just been running wild on this defense. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a...
He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown, and this is a full-fledged beatdown.
And you knew this one was over.
Oh, and they blocked it. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. He'll bring it out. It's Golden. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking to go up top on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be second down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
He wants a big play here late. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the...
Going for it all. Oh, what a grab by the defense. And he's down, and this game will end on a turnover. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward